Welcome to Biodiesel Magazine's top stories for mid-May. I'm your host, Jacob Noterman. Before we get started, I'd like to thank this edition's headline sponsor, the National Advanced Biofuels Conference and Expo. Co-located with the Fuel Ethanol Workshop, this national event will feature the world of biodiesel, other advanced biofuels, and bio-based chemicals. The conference is happening June 19th through June 21st in Minneapolis, Minnesota. For more, visit www.advancedbiofuelsconference.com. In the U.S.'s ongoing biodiesel trade dispute with Argentina and Indonesia, on May 5th, the U.S. International Trade Commission voted 5-0 to proceed with its anti-dumping and countervailing duties investigation initiated by a National Biodiesel Board petition in March. The Commission states there is reasonable indication that the U.S. biodiesel industry has been materially injured by allegedly subsidized biodiesel imports from Argentina and Indonesia, sold in the U.S. at less than fair value. The U.S. Department of Commerce, also investigating the case, is expected to release its preliminary countervailing duty determinations in mid-June and its preliminary anti-dumping duty determinations by the end of August. Roughly a third of the U.S. biodiesel market was supplied by imports in 2016, with nearly 450 million gallons shipped from Argentina alone. In U.S. biodiesel tax policy news, following introduction of a bill last month in the Senate to reinstate, extend, and reform the $1 per gallon biodiesel tax credit, a companion bill was subsequently introduced in the House of Representatives. Representatives Bill Pascrell of New Jersey and Kristi Noem of South Dakota introduced H.R. 2383 to reform the incentive as a domestic production tax credit instead of a blender's credit, which would make foreign-produced biodiesel ineligible. The legislation would reinstate the tax credit retroactively from the beginning of this year through 2020. Proponents say the reform will incentivize idle domestic production capacity to come back online and, at the same time, close the loophole that allows hundreds of millions of U.S. tax dollars to subsidize foreign biodiesel manufacturing every year. In Georgia, a new joint venture between Tactical Fabrication and the Smithson Group of Macon, named Smithson Mathis Energy, has plans to build a biodiesel plant in Dublin, Georgia, and retrofit the facility with its proprietary liquid enzymatic process technology. The project is slated to use high-sulfur brown grease as feedstock. Franklin Mathis, CEO of Tactical Fabrication and the Smithson Mathis Energy JV, says patent protection is underway for the company's advanced distillation process that significantly reduces sulfur content. According to project manager Benjamin Smithson, Smithson Mathis Energy is in negotiations with the bank for the property. Smithson says he intends to close the deal in 60 to 90 days. In international news, Universal Biofuels, an India-based subsidiary of Ametis Inc., has won a $6 million biodiesel supply contract with the state-owned oil marketing companies. Eric McAfee, chairman and CEO of Ametis, says the supply contract is a milestone for the company in expanding the customer base of its 50 million gallon per year biodiesel production facility in Kakinada in the Indian state of Andhra Pradesh. To view these stories in their entirety or for more news, features, or data from the most respected and viewed biodiesel site in the world, visit biodieselmagazine.com. See you next time.